Yo, what is going on YouTube? Hope you guys are having a fantastic day. The 4.7 live stream came out this morning, and I mean, it was huge. We got to talk about it. There's so much to talk about. There's a lot of really good things, and also some concerns that we also need to address that I'm not seeing a lot of other people addressing. So first of all, the codes are in the description if you did not get them yet, as well as, the link to the Twitch, because I'm streaming now since the last time I did one of these breakdowns, and it's been a blast. I've been playing a lot of these events as well in Genshin with you guys on stream, so it's been fun. So if you guys want to come hang out and join the stream, links down there. But there's so much we need to talk about because there's a lot of really good things. Genshin did a lot in 4.7 that they need credit for. I mean, these banners are sick. The 3 quests, amazing, especially one of them being an Archon quest. Dude, Danny Boy's back. Like, let's go. Some of these events look really good as well. A new, Abyss-like thing, we gotta talk about that. I mean, there's so many positive things that we just gotta go crazy for and talk about. But at the same time, there's some concerns, and that's why I sat here for so long, digesting a lot of what happened in the live stream and debating if I'm even gonna make this video, because I'm not gonna be, super negative or aggressive with it. I just think that there's some concerns and some things that aren't as great as they appear that we need to talk about and that other creators aren't talking about, which is why I ended up deciding to actually record this video, because we need to talk about certain things. And I know sometimes when you're not just insanely positive, like, yeah, Genshin's amazing, some people are really hateful about that and say horrible things in the comments. So I'm gonna show mercy on Genshin. Please show mercy on me. You can disagree with me, and I appreciate it whenever you disagree and you give your point of view, and then I can understand where you're coming from. And some of you have actually really made me see things a certain way that way. But yeah, just don't be super negative. It's one of those things where it's we're gonna give them a lot of props this video, but at the same time, if someone if you're in a room and someone just absolutely unleashes the unholy hell of sulfur out of their butthole, we gotta talk about it. Someone just ripped the nastiest fart and you're crying because you just got tear gassed. You can't just sit there and not say anything or just blame the old lady. We have to talk about it. We have to call someone out for it, because there's some changes that need to kind of happen in Genshin, or some growing problems that haven't fully gotten there yet but are getting close. So first things first, let's talk about the banners. The banners are absolutely amazing. We're getting 2 new 5-star characters in this patch, which is sick. We have Clorinde, which is awesome. I hope I'm saying her name right. And this one I'm really scared for. Xingjuin? I just call her Underwater Bunny. I'm sorry. I tried. I did. I put in an effort. I tried. Xingjuin. I'm gonna call her Underwater Bunny the rest of the video. That's her new name. She's awesome. Both those characters have insane character designs. Look absolutely incredible. You had the Big Booba lady who everyone just drools over and thinks she's absolutely sick. She looks like an insane DPS. And then you have the Underwater Bunny, who looks just so cute and adorable. She's so funny. She's so cool. And she seems like she's gonna be an absolute broken support. So not just 2 new characters, but 2 new broken characters. They're gonna be alongside Alhaitham and Farina, so these banners are absolutely stacked, and these weapon banners look insanely good too. I mean, the first phase with Clorinde and Alhaitham, that's 2 amazing swords. I mean, Alhaitham seems a little niche, but I mean, if you're just looking to put a ton of crit damage onto a sword wielding character, that's a great weapon to do it with. So I mean, not only the banners are really good, but the weapon banners seem amazing as well. Listen, Clorinde and the Underwater Bunny have the Bond of Life mechanic. Now, that could be scary for some people. I have Arlecchino. I love Arlecchino. She's amazing. But the Bond of Life mechanic is really annoying because she can't heal. And, it's oh, you get a buff when it's really high up and you have a lot of the Bond of Life, but it goes down really quick. It's not a mechanic that I think was done well on Arlecchino. I think it's more used as a handicap because she's so strong. But with Clorinde and the Underwater Bunny, I think that the Bond of Life mechanic is actually used in such an amazing way where it just really, really, really benefits them. So if you saw the Bond of Life mechanic and that really scared you, I don't think you have to worry. I think it's going to be used in such an easier, nicer way with those 2 characters. Now, just to be safe, I would wait for the update to come out because I do not understand their kit fully. I usually need to watch YouTube video where someone explains it with Razor Talk and goes over here's how to build them, here's how their kit works, here's how the rotation is, here's the team comps, and they just explain everything really nicely. So I'd also watch those videos to make sure that these characters are going to be right for you, but you don't want to waste your primos. Now this brings up the first problem. There's too many 5-star characters in the game. The thing is that the availability to get some of these characters is very, very difficult. In the beginning of Fontaine, we had Ito and Albedo that, took over a year to rerun. That's just 2 characters. Now we have 3 with Ganyu, Shenhe, Nilou. Those fans, those players, they're really upset, and rightfully so. The problem is that this is the second time in Fontaine that we are getting 2 new characters in a patch, which means that this rate of growing new 5 stars is just increasing. We have way too many, and it's tough, because what is Genshin going to do? I think I have the solution that could really help and really work. I think that new banner that came out that was regional, it's not it. It doesn't work, because look at this banner here in 4.7. You cannot be putting the leeway banner in this patch. You can't. No one's going to be able to wish for it. There's just way too many amazing characters to wish on. So I think, and not to mention, you can still lose the 50-50 and get a standard banner character. I don't think that should be allowed. If you're going to have to wait over a year for a character to rerun, you should not be able to lose the 50-50. And in all fairness, Genshin, you don't even like these characters. They're not going to make you a ton of money, so why not just make it easier for people to get the character? They still have to wish for it, they still have to spend money, but like, to be able to spend 80 wishes, lose the 50-50, and then Nilu's gone, you weren't able to get it anymore, and you have to wait probably 2 years for her to rerun again, because let's be honest, with the rate of new characters coming out, it's going to be even longer and even more characters that take forever to rerun. So the game's becoming less and less free-to-play friendly. Now, I think that the great solution for this is that whenever you want to retire a character, instead of putting them on that regional banner, get rid of that banner and just put them in the store. Make it so it costs a ton to get the character. I'm not talking about like real money, like whatever is like the Masterless Star Glitter or Stardust, whatever that is. Make it that. And make it a lot, so you have to like actually still save up to be able to get these characters, but it's definitely possible. And then if you want to as well, you can just spend real currency and get it the fast way. So it kind of works like the wishing on a banner. The difference is that it's always available, and availability is what the real problem is right now. These characters are not available because it takes so long to rerun. So I think that this is a win-win for everybody. It's still going to take a while, which is deserved, because listen, there's still 5-star characters that are very good, but also Genshin can still make money on them. They're super available, so you don't have to wait years for that character to come out. You can just save up. When you have enough, you can get the character. And then this also allows Genshin to focus on the most god tier banners, which, I mean, is sick. It's good for them because they can make a ton of money, and it is a business. Money is important, but then also it's awesome for us because, I mean, you have these banners that have so many great characters. It's like, oh, I want to wish for them all, and we have so many amazing characters out now, and so many more amazing characters that are to come, that these god tier banners, we're going to be able to make them so much more often. So it's going to be even harder for some of those older characters to rerun. So I feel like this is just the best situation. We can still have these characters available to us. Genshin can still make money, and then they can still focus on the better banners. So it's like a win-win for everybody. That's what I think. Now, you have to address the same problem with 4 stars. I don't know how you're going to do it. We're not going to talk about it, but getting 4 stars easier needs to become a thing, because they're amazing, they're really useful, but you need to C6 them, and that is very difficult. I said it once before, I'm still salty. I love Chevreuse. I want her C6. The only time she was out was on Raiden's banner, and it was an increased drop rate. I got Raiden more than I did Chevreuse. I'm not talking about, oh, you just got like an early 5-star. Raiden C2. I had over 200 wishes, got Raiden 3 times. My Chevreuse is C1. So, like, you can get the 5-star more than you can the 4-star character. Remember, she had an increased drop rate. So, like, if you're looking for 4-star constellations, good luck. I mean, we just need a new system. I do not know how to fix that part. I already gave you one suggestion for the 5 stars. Genshin, you gotta do some of the work. Next is the quests. I mean, yo, we are getting 3 quests. This is amazing. We're getting Clorinde's quest, the Underwater Bunny's quest, and an Archon quest. Again, Danny Boy is back. It looks sick. It looks so fun. I cannot wait. It's going to be an absolute lore bomb. It seems like it's going to have a lot to do with our sibling as well. Finally, we thought we completely forgot about them in Fontaine, but that is not the case. So I'm super excited. I mean, we're going to be dropping so much content on this channel because at the end of the day, I do still love Genshin. I absolutely adore Genshin. I just don't necessarily like Hoyo. I'm not going to lie. But Genshin is still so amazing, so fun, and the story is just great. So the fact that we're diving in with another Archon quest is absolutely amazing. I missed it. We all did, let's be honest. And some of these character quests, they look so good, and I cannot wait to find out more about those characters. I mean, I'm so excited. There's just so much in 4.7 to be happy about. After the quest, we have the Imaginarium Theater. I think I said that right. I think I butchered that. I don't know. Listen, I don't necessarily know how to talk. We keep making up these weird words, okay? You can't expect me to know them. So the Imaginarium Theater is kind of like the Abyss. It has like an endgame kind of content feel to it, which we've been asking for forever. So Genshin, we love you. Thank you. We needed that, and we've been asking for endgame content, and it seems like you delivered and you brought us some, and it looks really cool. It looks like it might be a little bit of a pain because you need so many different characters, but you're helping us by also giving us some trial characters, allowing us to use some of our friends' characters. That is awesome. I really like that. I think that that is absolutely amazing. And it's going to be a ton of fun. It looks like it's going to give us a ton of rewards, and it's going to give us more to do. So this is a big dub. This is amazing. Thank you, Genshin. It's a very good thing, and I'm very happy about it. It looks sick. I cannot wait for it to come out and see more about it and get more of the details and see more of the rewards, but I'm very excited. So next we have the events. The events look sick. I mean, we don't really need to go in depth with them. They look really cool. They're pretty good each and every patch. The big event this patch is the Mutual Security Enhancing Simulation. It looks sick. You get to command an army pretty much. You get to command troops, have them fight for you, and it looks awesome. And the rewards seem pretty good. It seems like we're gonna be getting a 4-star bow, which might be good on a couple characters, because we are getting Sethos. I know I didn't say that on the banners because, you know, we already have so much to talk about on the banners. We really didn't gotta talk about Sethos, but it could work on Sethos. It could work on the Underwater Bunny. It could be really good. So I'm really excited about it. I think the event's gonna be a lot of fun to play. Maybe, you know, my idea with, hey, how can we get more 4-stars and easier, have kind of one event that travels from region to region each patch, and whenever you're at that region, the reward is you get to choose a 4-star from that region. I think that would be cool. And we already have events that kind of travel from each of the different regions and kind of brings us back there, which is nice because you want to revisit these places. But I feel like that could be maybe a cool way to kind of get some of these 4-stars and get some of these constellations. But yeah, it's cool. I'm happy. We're getting a 4-star weapon. Seems like a really cool event. The other events seem pretty cool as well. They kind of hit it out of the park with Wind Trace. I absolutely love that. Shout out to the people I played with or played against. It was a blast. But yeah, I think they're doing pretty good, and I appreciate that. And I think the events are nice. I don't think there's too much to really improve on. Now, guys, we must address the resin increase. I know, why are you saying resin increase? It was increased, bud, to 160 to 200. It is amazing. Everyone's talking about it's amazing. This is the custom loadout situation all over again, where we wanted custom loadouts. They're like, hey, we have custom loadouts. And then we're like, oh my god, yes, this is sick. And then we read into it and we're like, this is not what we wanted at all. What is this? Like, this is the, hey, Mom, we have like Cheez-Its. And they're like, no, we have Cheez-Its at home. And it's just like stale cheese that's in the block form. It's not even like what? Like, what is this? You know what I mean? The resin increase that we wanted was to have more resin each day. The same amount of resin is being produced each day. Because what happened is that they did not lower the time it takes to replenish a resin. It takes 8 minutes to get one resin back, I'm pretty sure. We wanted it to be 5 minutes. That way, in each day, you know, we're able to produce more resin, which means we can hit the domains more times and get more artifacts, take on more world bosses, get more weapon ascension materials or talent materials, stuff like that. You know what I mean? And they didn't do that. Instead, they raised the capacity. The problem is, how many of you actually see 160 out of 160? A lot of us are in the habit and the routine of getting on periodically at certain times to either condense our resin or to spend it so we never hit the cap. But raising the cap is not going to do anything about that. I mean, for some of the people that aren't able to get on as frequently, sure, having an extra 40 resin is nice, but at the end of the day, in a 24-hour span, the same amount of resin is going to be produced as it was before, because it still takes 8 minutes to get one resin. So thanks for raising the cap, but we didn't need the cap raised. You know what I mean? We didn't have that problem yet because we're not getting more resin. So I appreciate it, but again, it's half-assed. You know what I mean? This is the custom loadout situation again. We're gonna pretend like we're giving you what you want, but in reality, it's just disappointment. So, I know, you might be a hater on me for that. You might be like, hey man, you're ungrateful, screw you. But like, I never see 160 out of 160. I go, try hard, you play like twice a day. I know, listen. But still, I would have liked it for actual more resin. But thanks. I mean, the increase is going to be nice for people who aren't able to play as much, you know what I mean? That's going to be really nice for them. Be an extra 40, that's an extra condensed, which can get you some decent artifacts or materials. So that's pretty cool. That's also a world boss, I think, once. So there you go. Okay, the last thing we have to talk about is the random clip that they played at the end of the live stream. Now this one, listen, I don't think I was going to get hate on anything kind of up to this point. I think I'm going to get hate on the whole resin situation. People might bash me for that. And I think I might get hate for this, but they played a clip at the end of the live stream without saying a word, and people are spamming the comments like, oh my god, dude, Natlan, let's go, Natlan boys. And I'm like, dude, this isn't Natlan. Are you kidding me? They're advertising the new game they just created for 3-year-olds. Like, look how bubbly and cutesy this is. Like, no way this is Natlan. You know, the Nation of War that inhabits the most battle-hardened, merciless, ruthless warriors that Teyvat has to offer. Oh, a nation that's constantly in civil war, that has people that are so strong that they tamed dragons and used them to slaughter people in combat, that made them pets. No way this cutesy bubbly thing is Natlan. And then they posted it on their YouTube saying that it's a Natlan teaser. And then I was like, oh shit. Whew. I don't know. I don't know, boys. I'm gonna get bashed for this, but first impression of Natlan, not really what I was expecting. I know Genshin is animated, it's more of a childish game, but it's not too childish because some of the women in there are pretty, but you know what I mean? You're not gonna expect some ruthless, gory thing in Natlan, but like this was just way too cute. I mean, based off this trailer, it looks like the most cutesy, softest region in Teyvat. I mean, it's not at all what I was expecting. There's leaks of, hey, there's going to be mounts and you're going to be able to ride some of these dragons and fly them around. And it is, I don't even know what to kind of call it. It's kind of like the current transport system where you can kind of maybe tap one of the dragons and you turn into it and then you just fly there and then that's it. And it's like a set path, which is, a letdown. It was a leak, so it's on us for assuming it was going to be something very cool. But, a letdown. You're gonna be able to fly dragons, just fly some dragons, you know what I mean? But yeah, as for a first impression, I honestly didn't even think it was Genshin. It didn't look like Genshin at all, and it definitely did not look like what I thought, or I think other people thought Natlan would be. Now I get it, you're gonna hate on me big time for this, but I don't know. I kind of just wanted a little bit more. Maybe when it comes out, it'll be different, but we'll see. I'm really scared for Natlan now. Natlan, some of you guys know if you follow the channel, I'm really excited for Natlan. I think Natlan's going to be the coolest region, my favorite region after Arlecchino. I full saved and I've been grinding to get as many wishes as possible so I can get as many of the Natlan characters as possible, and I've been super excited, and now I'm scared. I really am. I don't know how Natlan's going to be now. But we'll see. I'm gonna try to be, optimistic about it and kind of give them the benefit of the doubt. It is just a teaser and a trailer, so we'll see what comes out next patch, because I believe we still have 4.8 before Natlan comes out. Obviously, because they would have teased, hey, Natlan's coming out next. But yeah, well, we have a lot to see. Anyways, I hope you guys are really excited for 4.7. I know some of the things I said were, not the most positive. But there's a lot to be happy about. I mean, the banners are absolutely sick. The amount of quests we're getting is amazing. It's so much content. And I mean, the events look sick. They look so cool. The Imaginarium Theater looks really cool as well. It does. It looks sick. I'm super excited. It's in Mondstadt, which I think is awesome as well. But yeah, there's some concerns for the game. There's some things that aren't as good as we thought. And, I'm sorry if I really upset you, but it's just what I think, you know what I mean? It is what it is, but I'm super excited for 4.7. 4.7 looks absolutely amazing. It looks like one of the best updates with some of the most stuff we're gonna have since the Archon quest stopped. So super excited. Hope you guys are too. And yeah, go easy in the comments, please. Pretty please. But peace.